Greetings from Tokyo, my dear friends. This is Daisuke, and I very much hope that this video finds you well and in very good spirits wherever you are in the world. And today, if you don't mind, I would very much like to continue on with our journey, our discussions, our discoveries, and our explorations with respect to the recent releases made by the Criterion Collection during this year of 2022. And that brings us to a release which has been designated by Criterion at spy number 1159. And this is a release which could be described as being a set because we have 3 films included in this release. And these are films which are from the years 2002, and then 2003, and then 2003, respectively. So we have 3 films, and they are from the filmmakers Andrew Lau Wai-keung and Alan Mak. And this is the series of films which is known collectively as, and please pardon me for my poor pronunciation of the language, I hope you can forgive me, Mo Gando Hailit, or as it's known in English, the Infernal Affairs Trilogy. The Criterion Collection has released this set, the Infernal Affairs Trilogy, at spy number 1159. And we should also point out that within this remarkable set we have 3 films. Those films being Internal Affairs, Internal Affairs 2, and Internal Affairs 3. Now this happens to be the Blu-ray edition, and we have 3 discs, 3 Blu-ray discs. And I should point out that each disc contains 1 film and also supplements that could be said to be linked to or primarily linked to such films. So we have a disc which is devoted to Infernal Affairs, and then a second disc which is devoted to Infernal Affairs 2, and then a third disc which is devoted to Internal Affairs 3, pardon me. So this is a 3-disc Blu-ray set which I have on the table here. And so what I propose is, because we have 3 films, I'd like to focus in separate videos on each of these films respectively. And also during such conversations, I'd like to focus on the supplements which might be said to be linked to or otherwise found on the same disc as such films. So for example, the next video on this series, I'd like to speak about specifically Infernal Affairs, and then also including a discussion on the supplements, etc., for Infernal Affairs on that first disc. And then the same will be had for Infernal Affairs 2 discussion in a separate video, and then Infernal Affairs 3 as well in a separate video discussion. And I'd also like to point out that this release is purported to be based on 4K digital restorations, which is included, or remarks upon which are included in this staple booklet, which I have taken the liberty of removing prior to this video discussion here. Please note that I will also be speaking a little bit about my responses or reactions or feelings towards the presentations for these films as we find them the basis of this really remarkable Criterion Collection release. And also at the end of this, I'd like to focus some comments, if I may, on the packaging and the booklet and writings, because this is also another, I think, great selling point for this particular release. So that's the plan going forward in terms of the video discussions on this really fascinating set. It's a fascinating set because the films themselves are really fascinating. And just to give a brief, say, overture in terms of the films, this is a real web of betrayal, deceit, and lies and loyalty. And there's high stakes drama, and also the emotional stakes are truly through the roof. And we have twists and turns galore as we go from point to point to point within a film, and then jumping from film to film to film. We have this progression which is oh so fascinating, oh so much of a labyrinth, and oh so entertaining and filled with a lot of deep, I think, drama and meaning and passion and purpose. And so I look forward very much to speaking about each of these films specifically over the course of future videos. So please, won't you join me in terms of a discussion about the Infernal Affairs trilogy? The next video in this line of discussions will be focusing in on the Blu-ray Disc 1 in this set, which is for the film Infernal Affairs. So until we see each other at the next video, my dear friends, please be happy and healthy and well. And please keep on watching a lot of great, great movies, including those films which might be said to be included in the Infernal Affairs trilogy. So until the next one, my dear friends, stay strong, stay safe, and cheers.